Hello and welcome to The Explainer. In a world that is just completely overflowing with content, how do you make something that really sticks? Something that doesn't just get views, but actually connects with people on a deeper level? Well, that's exactly the challenge we're going to break down today.
So let's just start with the big question. I think it's a question that every single creator at some point asks themselves. It's not just about the numbers or the analytics. It's about making a real impact. How do you build something that's truly meaningful online? Luckily, our source material gives us a fantastic 4-step guide to get there.
So here's our game plan. We're going to start by getting grounded in who you are, your identity. Then we'll talk about how to build content that people can actually believe in. From there, we'll get into earning trust, and we'll wrap it all up with the real secret to authentic growth. All right, let's dive in.
Okay, first things first. Section 1 is all about identity. You have to think of this as your anchor in this huge, noisy sea of content. Before you even think about creating anything, the most important step is to get crystal clear on who you are, and maybe even more importantly, who you're talking to.
This right here shows you the power of getting specific. Trying to speak to everyone is like yelling into a hurricane, right? Your voice just gets lost. But the moment you narrow your focus to, say, stressed professionals, your message suddenly has a target. It becomes a clear signal in the noise, something that really lands. And this is what happens when that sharp identity really sparks your creativity. As soon as you define that audience, mindfulness for the modern busy world, these kinds of amazing, memorable names just pop up. Each one tells a story and sets a specific vibe, and it proves that your branding just flows naturally from the identity you built first.
And let's be clear, this isn't about creating some kind of fake persona. It's about finding the style that is genuinely you. Are you someone who's super casual and conversational? Are you a natural-born storyteller? Or do you geek out on a more structured, academic kind of approach? Real authenticity kicks in when you just lean into your own voice instead of trying to copy someone else's.
Okay, so let's see how this all builds into our second section, crafting credible content. Because having a strong identity, that's just the start. You've got to back it up with stuff that gives people real, tangible value built on a foundation they can trust.
This 3-step formula is just so powerful for making content that's actually useful. You start with the practical stuff, the how-to, what you've actually experienced. Then you give it weight by grounding it in well-known principles. And finally, the magic step. You make it essential by showing your audience exactly how to use these ideas in their own jobs, their own homes. It's like building a bridge from a big idea right into their life.
And I just love this quote because it sums it all up so perfectly. It doesn't matter what your topic is. It could be mindfulness, it could be cooking, it could be anything. The real goal is to take these big, timeless ideas and make them easy to get, practical, and truly useful for people just trying to get through their day. That's where the real magic happens.
All right, let's move on to section 3, earning trust and distinction. So you've got your identity, you're creating valuable content, but how do you build that authority that makes people really lean in and listen and see you as different from everyone else? Well, there are 2 pretty clear paths to get there.
So when it comes to building authority, you basically have 2 great options. You can either become the expert yourself, through really deep, dedicated study, or you can become a trusted guide, bringing in other experts to share their knowledge with your audience. Both paths work. The key is just picking the one that feels right for you and your strength.
And hey, here's a simple but super important point. Quality really, really matters. Investing in clear sound and good, clean visuals, it isn't about being slick or fancy. It's about showing respect for your audience. When you make your content easy and enjoyable to watch or listen to, you're sending a message that you value their time.
And that brings us to our final section, which really gets to the heart of everything, the authentic path to growth. This is where we stop talking about strategy and tactics and start talking about the mindset you need for real, sustainable influence. And it all starts with letting go.
So here we are at the final hurdle. You've done all the work. You've defined your identity. You're creating valuable stuff. You're earning trust. But what about growth? How do you actually pursue growth in a way that feels real and genuine, and not like you're just desperately chasing vanity metrics?
The answer lies in a huge mental shift. Authentic growth isn't a target you aim for. It's a side effect.
It's the influence that just shows up because you're being sincere and you're focused on helping people. The moment you stop aiming for growth and start aiming for connection, that's when the growth finds you.
And this completely changes how you use your platforms. Suddenly, they're not just megaphones for you to shout from. They become gathering places to build a real community. When you start encouraging discussion and real connection, you stop being just a creator and you become a facilitator for something bigger.
This quote, it's really the whole idea in one sentence. You don't have to scream from the rooftops that you're authentic. You just have to be it. When you create from a place of real passion and a genuine desire to share, your audience feels that sincerity. It's that invisible thing that makes all the difference in the world.
So, we're going to end by turning this all back to you. Following this guide isn't just about building a YouTube channel or an Instagram account. It's about finding the clarity and the courage to share your unique voice with the world. So, what story are you ready to share? Thanks for watching The Explainer.